Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Jandera. I'm Gerwin, and I have a problem or an opportunity. I have an opportunity. Now, as you may have seen in a previous video, I have this rooster, this one, Booster, and he's quite nasty. His goal at the moment is to get so that it looks like he's bigger than me, and he keeps breaking my water container, and he keeps going at me every time I come into the pen. So my plan was to put him in the freezer, but I haven't had time to. I'm not set up at the moment for processing chickens, and I have another problem. Because I haven't been in here checking the girls' eggs regularly, because Booster's been so nasty, I think my choice between having him as a breeder, or dinner, got made for me. Because if you can see in there, I have a hen sitting on eggs, and she's probably got about 30 odd underneath her. So I've got to get her into a safe spot so she can continue sitting on those eggs, because at the moment the way it stands is the rest of the girls are going to be laying eggs in the same nesting box that she's sitting on, so there's going to keep increasing the number of eggs. So I'm going to end up with a heap of eggs that are not going to ever hatch, which is really bad, and they'll end up going rotten and yucky, and it'll just be really messy. So I've got to find a way to take her out of there and have her on her own, and I've got to make sure I can do that without Booster attacking me. I've also got to give them some more food. I have worked out a way to get their water fixed. The problem is Booster keeps breaking it. He's already broken this one, but I mean, part of it was the plastic's really old and brittle. But yeah, that watering bucket just is no longer. So I have got that one set up, but I don't think it's going to be long before he breaks that either, with the way he keeps jumping on it. So my plan is I'm going to use said net, catch said Booster, put Booster in a cage while I get Miss Clucky over there in the nesting box, and hopefully move the entire nesting box into one of my mobile pens, so that way the chicks, once they do hatch, will be able to reach the water, and I can make it so that and they can't get out of these. The holes in this pen are small enough that they can't get out. I just got to make sure that there's no gaps underneath for snakes or rodents or anything like that to get in, because she is going to be on the ground, which does leave her vulnerable to rodents attacking, but hopefully they won't. But I mean, time's going to tell on that one. I've still got to put a cover on this. I need to put some perches in there and some food, but they've got their water. So that is my plan, but I've got to give these girls some food, and I've got to get Booster out of there so that I can give the girls some food. Because what I have been doing is I've been catching Booster with the net and then carrying Booster around whilst I collect eggs and feed them. But I've only been doing that once a week, because it's a big task to actually do all of that. And their feeder holds at least a week's worth of food. But yes, I have a broody hen. So that's my job that I was not planning on doing today. But I really wish Booster would stop jumping on top of that waterer, because he's going to break it. He's a big bird. I really need to actually, I need to do something with him. I need to process him and put him in the freezer. But as I said, I'm not set up for it, and I'm not set up for a lot of things at the moment. But yeah, anyway, off to catch Booster. Okay, so problem one solved. Booster is in the cage, and I foolishly gave the chickens food and she hopped out of the nesting box. But that actually could be a good thing, because I've got some Rhode Island red eggs that I would like to incubate. So I might actually put some of my Rhode Island red eggs in the nesting box for when she goes back, because as you can see, there are a lot of eggs in there. 2 more aren't going to make any difference. Whether or not they all hatch or not, who knows. But I'm not sure which hen was in the nesting box. So I'm going to put those eggs in there, and then I'm going to wait for it to go back into the box. That's my plan. Hopefully. I did these 6 eggs from my Rhode Island Reds, and I've put an R on them so that I know that they're Rhode Island Red eggs. She still hasn't gone back to the nest, so great opportunity for me to pop some eggs in there. So let's do that. And I have no idea how many eggs are there. None. I have no idea how old each of them are. I have no idea. So here's hoping that this works. But you can see the Rhode Island Red eggs are a lot bigger, because my Rhode Island Red eggs, it's a different breed of chicken, but they're also older birds as well. So I'm very eager to actually get some chicks from my Rhode Island Reds, because the girls that I've got, they really are getting too old. They're not laying consistently, which it actually surprised me that I found 6 eggs. Hopefully they're all under 10 days old. And if I'm really, really lucky, I will get some Rhode Island Red chicks and however many other eggs. There are a lot of eggs there, so I'd be very surprised if they all hatch. But the other side of that too is our weather is quite high, temperature-wise. So I don't think it's going to be very hard for the chicken to actually keep the temperature up. I suspect that it might be her that's broody, although she looks like she's definitely Booster's favourite hen. Or it could be her. I'm just not sure. I'm just going to have to wait and see who hops back up there and sits on the eggs again. So here's hoping. And yes, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with Booster in the meantime. I can't leave him out of the pen all this time without food and water. I might pop him in a separate cage until I've worked out who's the broody chicken. Or I could just catch him again. Or I could bite the bullet and work out how to pluck this bird. It's getting the water hot enough. Previously I have gotten a big metal pot and just poured boiling hot water in it and done it that way. But it didn't work that great. But there's only one chicken that I'm doing. I'm not going to be doing a whole heap of them. And he is causing me all sorts of problems. And I could actually put these girls back with Red Rooster. But yes, anyway, that's what we're up to so far. I'll be back with them. Well, after a disaster with the aquaponics, Booster has gotten a reprieve. So he's going to go back into the pen with the girls. And now would be a perfect time for me to move that hen. You know, it actually looks like there are 2 hens in there. There are 2 hens in that nesting box looking after the chicks, after the eggs. You can't see them, but there are. Anyway, so I've got 2 broody hens. So I'm going to pop Booster back in here with the hens. And he's gotten a reprieve for this week because I'm not going to have time over the next few days to do much with Booster. So, anyway, I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bless you.